Okay, guys, so the Global Dokkan campaign is officially ending here, and there's a couple of things I want to talk about. Firstly, there is the next celebration, which is actually already starting, related to the Peppy Gals characters. I haven't actually made a video talking about them just yet, so we're definitely gonna just kind of look at them a little bit. But the most important thing here that I want to address right at the start is I did make this thread about all the campaigns releases and EZAs in order of release. And if you don't know, in this thread you're essentially able to go through and look at each character. If you see each character here, you can go ahead and quote tweet it, give your opinion on the character, and then you can go ahead and vote for how good you think the character is. So I'm spoiling myself a little here with the Blue Goku and Vegeta. I already do know that they're going to be, pretty highly rated, but you get the point here where you're able to rate them from great, good, underwhelming, or bad. This poll goes up for a whole 6 days. So once the 6 days are, I would say once we're in a few days in, probably just wait a little longer, maybe even tomorrow. I'm gonna do a video just looking through these results and just talking about Global Dokkan Celebration as a whole. But yeah, again, with this in mind, I'll leave a link to this tweet in the description, so go ahead and just take a look there. And yeah, I mean, Global Dokkan campaign, man, was very good. Let me know what your guys' thoughts on it were in general. At the very bottom, we do have a poll as well about voting for how good you thought the celebration was, and I'll also make a separate thread more than likely for the events specifically as well, like the Supreme Magnificent Battle, the Blue Zone, there's the Global Dokkan Special Battle, right, things like that. So anyways, pretty good. And in fact, whilst we're here still, I'm actually going to bring up one other thing in relation to the Global Dokkan campaign. Let's just take one look here. And again, I know Misaka did basically make this post here about the amount of stones that we did get for the Global Dokkan campaign, which you did get a pretty decent amount of stones altogether, which we can take a look at right here. So basically, the number of dragon stones that we were able to obtain during the Global Dokkan campaign was about 1,100 to 2,000, or 1,102 to 1,250 stones. The number of stones is from additional sieges in the later half of the EX battle spectacle. The other events is unknown, so it's denoted as just extra stones right here. So again, we can take a look here. All in all, like, we weren't really sure about getting how many stones we would get here. This 30 stones was, I believe, from like the special the thank you bonus, which we did actually get, if I'm not mistaken. So all in all, with all the stones that we've gotten throughout this celebration, I think it's safe to say roughly closer to 1,200 stones is what we got during the Global Dokkan campaign, especially since we did get the special login bonus right at the end yesterday. So that's pretty good, all things considered. A lot of people were stating that there was a lack of stones during the campaign, but that's not really the case here. We compare it to other Global Dokkan campaigns here. Or this is anniversary, so 10th anniversary was insane, giving almost 2,000 stones in total, 1,700 to, or pretty much close to 1,800 to 1,900 dragon stones, right? That does vastly clear the Global Dokkan campaign. And there's also the free character, but if we take a look at some of the other celebrations, again, 1,200, 1,300, 1,200 to 1,300, 1,300 to 1,500 for 2022, which is the Cooler Worldwide. So again, 2022 is the Cooler Worldwide, 2023 was the Future Saga Worldwide, and then 2024 was, of course, the Broly Worldwide. This Global Dokkan campaign is pretty competitive in terms of the amounts of stones that were given. Then on top of that, I feel like in terms of content and stuff like that, we got a pretty great content this year for the Global Dokkan campaign. This is really good. Very impressive. Unfortunately, Android never updated for this, so we could have, theoretically, I mean, it's possible they gave us the extra 100 stones through somewhere else, but again, things are pretty much lining up with the other campaigns regardless, based on the amount of stones we had. But yeah, I mean, technically, if you want to say that there would be extra 100 stones from Android top grossing, that could have been included here, but they do usually account for everything. So in some way or fashion, they may distribute those stones throughout another celebration or whatever the case might be, right? And again, with the ninth anniversary as well, we're pretty on par with like these other anniversary campaigns and worldwide celebrations. So that's pretty good, honestly. I think that, you know, it's definitely not as high. I think that we could have maybe hit closer to like 1300 or 1400, right? I mean, ideally, hitting like 1700, like 10th anniversary would have been really crazy, but this was still a pretty good amount of stones in total. But anyways, I just want to keep that in mind when you guys are going to go ahead and vote here. But let's go ahead and take a look here at the upcoming units that are releasing tonight. So again, we have this Peppy Gals celebration here. We'll go ahead and just translate this. So enjoy the supper. Okay, am I hungry or something? Enjoy the summer with excitement campaign details here. We do have the login bonus here. So again, just general stuff. Everything here, it looks like it's ending on the 29th here. I keep saying here, like it's crazy. Right. With the Android 18, we have the summer campaign missions. Okay, pretty easy to do. There's going to be panel missions as well. We have the Peppy Gals banner. So there's going to be tickets as well for this banner. So if you guys remember the tickets that we had for the global Dokkan camp, like the Gohan and Goten tickets, the Dokkan Day tickets, essentially on the 14th. Yeah, we're not usable in the Global Dokkan EX banner is what I was trying to say. And they are actually going to be usable on this banner. So I know a lot of people were asking, hey, why can't I use my 14 tickets on the Gohan, Goten, and Trunks? Well, because it's not possible to do that. Unfortunately, you have to use your tickets on this banner specifically, which, I mean, it's fine, I guess, right? Videl and Ranfan, I guess we might as well talk about them. They're actually pretty decent characters. It's more so of a thing of, again, Peppy Gals doesn't have a character. I think Peppy Gals could potentially be an interesting team right now, right? LR, Super Saiyan 2, Caulifla and Kale, Tech, Kale and Caulifla right here, Chila, Fasha, Ranfan, Videl, like this is already 6 characters for the roster. This Android 18 can't really be used on this team, unfortunately. She is more so a tournament participants character. I guess you could, because there are the 3 tournament participants characters. If you run her, Caulifla, Kale, or both the Kale and Caulifla, Ranfan and Videl actually also do count as tournament participant characters. So theoretically, yeah, you could run her pretty decently. She'll have this 70% chance to dodge. She doesn't really do anything crazy though, right? So that's something to kind of keep in mind. In terms of other characters, I mean, you probably wouldn't really run anyone, maybe Bunny Bulma. But I think, you know, imagine a Peppy Gals new Dokkan Festival leader. The best one is this Roshi. And he's ass. He's very bad, but I wouldn't really expect one because I would say this Roshi was just featured on the, what's it called? He was just featured on the Gohan, Goten, and Trunks banner, so I wouldn't expect this guy to actually be getting replaced potentially. I don't know. I mean, they kind of like, it's not like Peppy Gals is an important category to have to buff anyways, but it just sucks for, I think, this character specifically, because Ranfan could do a lot of interesting things. She does have a 2-turn 30% attack and defense raise here. She does have basically the int, like a lot of int hits abilities where it's a 30% attack and defense debuff for 2 turns. That could be really good right now. 70% chance to stun, 70% chance to seal. I mean, that's not really too crazy, but it's especially this debuff for 2 turns on the passive skill could be really, really nice. She gets a lot of stats and damage reduction plus dodge, like per Peppy Gals character. She only needs 4, but I mean, I don't know what team you're running her on. I mean, like, you could try to use, like, an Earthlings team, but I don't know about that, right? Like, that's the only thing with this Ranfan is she could be a very good character, but, like, where are you using her? Unfortunately, that's just not going to be the case. She also does give, you know, multiplicative support, actually, here with the 20% attack, and she will give, for 2 turns to Peppy Gals, like, of course, this character is built around the Peppy Gals team. She seems decent to me, honestly. She's not like that crazy, especially since she's pretty much just a banner unit, but still, it's a thing of, I just hate when they release characters that just don't have anything to be used with the setup, right? Now, Vidal at least is a little bit built to where she can be ran on the new team, right? She has Rainbow Orb changing. She gets support for all allies, key through 70% when there's a Gohan, Ultimate Gohan, or Great Saiyaman. Basically, all the Majin Buu Saga Gohans and beyond. Right here, she will give a damage reduction rate before attacking to herself, 300% here with the Gohan, or another Peppy Gals character in the same turn. So that's really good too. She'll have a revival skill she can get from her 4th turn. It's her 4th turn specifically. She basically will force her revive in the sense that she will lose all of her damage reduction, right? You know, and when she gets hit, she'll just take quite a lot of damage, that's for sure. Then after that, she'll gain back the 30% reduction, like get additional super here, which that is really good. This is a 100% defense raise for 3 turns. The biggest issue with her is that she doesn't share links with the Gohan. Like, she would ideally be in Peppy Gals with, like, you know, Ranfan here, maybe with another Chi-Chi. But kind of at the end of the day, like, you're not really gonna run her on this new team because she's not a youth character. So I would also say, you know, while she does have more of a spot than Ranfan, it's like neither of these 2 characters are really gonna be running. So of course, you know, I'm sure you can guess if it comes to like, oh, should I summon on this banner? Outside of the free tickets, no, not really worth it at all. Chila is pretty good. She's probably the one character you could use. Like, she's very good. The biggest issue is she has no teams. Again, so another character that releases that doesn't have a setup. Space Traveling Warriors is bad right now because there's no leader, and also it's just a bad category right now. Like, it's like the most recent character that's good. It's like, I mean, baby, you can't really even run him like in hit. And then like, who else are you running? You can get away with AJ Jiren sometimes, but like turn 1 AJ Jiren is not good. Bond of Friendship could be a good team, but it doesn't have a leader, so it can't be a good team. And then Peppy Gals, we just talked about that. So Chila is like a character, like a leader skillless character that you could potentially run though. She'll have the 70% chance to dodge. She has the Scouter. She provides support right there. Rainbow Orb changing. She could heal. After she dodges 6 attacks, she gives a 3-turn 39% attack and defense buff. I believe this is multiplicative. So with this in mind, she will give, like, this is actually going to be a disgusting buff. Like, when she gets this off, it's going to be like busted almost, like I would say is a good word to describe it. It's just, this is a phase 2 buff. It's a very, like, it's probably one of the more powerful support abilities that we have available in the game right now. Of course, you know, she's mostly 70% dodge, but the good thing about her is that she will have 80% dodge against supers. She could also theoretically seal, but doesn't really do much. I wish she lowered attack. That would have been really good, but yeah. She also has 100% defense for the turn. I believe pre-Z she had 50%, but her defense then doesn't matter if you're not running her on a leader skill. And unfortunately, you know, you're pretty much not going to be running her on a leader skill. I mean, you could run, I mean, you could get Tech Count Khalifa as a leader, like Bond of Friendship. Like, you're going to have to run Tech Count Khalifa as your leader. You're not running Roshi. That guy's trash. This is actually at least a good team. Yeah, and then you can get some of the other characters here. It's just, that's pretty much what you have to run if you want to run an actual team. Fasha, I think her defense seems a bit low starting off, but if she's able to build up, she could start getting some pretty decent stats. 5-turn guard with the damage reduction, 1 turn 50% defense and attack raise. I don't think she raised defense pretty easy, eh? No. But she also doesn't have a setup. Low class warriors. If we get a new Dokkan Fist Bardock that leads like pure Saiyans, I guess. And then physical rarity ZA. Like, what if we get a tag Bardock and Goku card? Like, I mean, what if Tanabata is a tag Bardock and Goku? If you really think about it. Or the next release, like a TUR. Because, I mean, realistically, you could get a lot of EZAs from like a tag Goku and Bardock, no? Let's take a look. Let me actually, because I mean, tag Goku and Bardock. This guy was really taken care of. Raditz would work, but I'm not sure. I mean, tag Bardock here for like a monthly celebration. A tag Goku and Bardock would be really cool. Tech Bardock EZA. Physical Raditz EZA. I mean, yeah. I think that would be pretty cool. Just like a random monthly Dokkan Fest would be very exciting. But I feel like they would say, oh wait, I don't know why I switched over. They would save that for a like a Dokkan Fest, like LR kind of worthy moment now. But who knows? I mean, I like a Dokkan Fest Bardock on the banner. That would do pretty well, honestly. And then maybe like a part 2 LR, like just Final Form Frieza from Namek that transforms into full power like a Carnival LR. Though I would want that Frieza to get a Dokkan Fest. Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? Anyways, that's just me spitballing an idea for like a future team for her outside of Peppy Gals. I mean, it's just because she's restricted to low-class warriors. So again, yeah. Anyways, that's the Peppy Gals characters. Not really, like, I think Chila is really good, but the other characters, they're just kind of, they got nothing to run them on. Summon points will be available. That's really cool. With these summon points, you're gonna be able to basically all the points that you got from summoning on a lot of these banners, you're able to exchange them for tickets, and with these tickets, you will be able to essentially, I believe it's a single summon. I actually have this post that I brought up here. You do not choose your character. It's a single that guaranteed 1 unit, either Dokkan Fest or GPLR from October to May on the Dokkan Fest. So again, if that is how this works, again, there's also the lineups. The summon events are scheduled to be updated regularly. So from October last year to May of this year is when you're able to, as the characters you're able to get from these summon points. So like in Hit, Tech Blue Cow, Goku's there, Daimyo, Vegeta. Carnivals are pretty good though. I mean, for the most part. Physical Gohan is in a much better spot. Goku Frieza is still quite good. Super Saiyan 4 Goku is still really good. Blue Evolution is kind of like, he's still decent. And then Kale and Cauliflower are still decent as well. I think you could definitely take advantage of like their dodge, guaranteed dodge against a lot of these AoE bosses. We see that it does reset in November though. So keep that in mind. By the time December rolls around, these summon points are going to reset. Which means that I think that we could start seeing, like, I think that, I don't know how far ahead they're gonna push this, but if we're talking about Dokkan Fest between this spot, basically from all the way in October, I don't think it's worth using your summon points right now. Like, if we go all the way to October, that's pretty much Lord Slug. Because what is Scout? You could technically, is Scouter Vegeta October? Yes. You could get Scouter Vegeta on this with this banner. Not Roshi. Roshi doesn't count because it's global. Luckily. Lord Slug. Who else is here? Buhan, Tech Buhan. The Daima characters. Actually, they're still pretty good, the Daima characters. Of course, the anniversary characters are valuable. Both Gogeta and Vegito. STR Sal's kind of like right now, right? Hit's good. Blue Falcon sucks. Tao does not count. Anyone after May does not count. I would wait, because then, okay, let's say if they push it up a few months, like, okay, from October to like even like December, and then it's like, okay, in December, like if they're gonna change it in like 3 months though, I guess they would maybe push it up to anniversary, so you would lose the ability to get the diamond characters, but maybe the anniversary characters are still there. I think that'll be very likely. Then you would be able to get the anniversary characters as a Dokkan Fest, of course. Ageo Kid Goku actually is another option, but he would probably still be in there. Daima Vegeta would as well, so he's not really the greatest. STR Cell's not the greatest, but then you still have hits. You'll get the ability to get Tao. I mean, will they add these characters to the summon points? It's not impossible to consider. Like, in 3 months' time. I mean, the May Dokkan Fest characters came out 3 months ago. So if they want to just, if they push it up 3 months, then the Global Dokkan campaign characters would actually be available. Maybe not Gohan, but I think that would be something to consider, because these do end basically in December, right? At the end of this month in November, basically. So yeah, new Extreme Z battle. We talked about this. 30 free stones though, pretty good. There's gonna be new stages to the Heroine battle, so this could be difficult. I'm interested to see what exactly is gonna happen here. We do know some of these stages though. So there's gonna be, I don't want that gnarly dude anywhere near me. I believe this is I forgot her name. Kawaii? Like, she's the well, okay, Chila is not on tournament participants, I guess. I think tournament participants would be oh, well, I'll just bring up Peppy Gals actually. It should be her, I believe. Kawaii. I'm pretty sure this is who it is, because this other stage is the unique level save all, should be Ribrianne. And then you want to use Roshi in the team. Yeah. Cool. Okay, well, we'll see what happens with this. We'll have to use STR Roshi. Oh, God. Oh, man, that's brutal. I didn't mean to click on the burst mode, but it just happened. Okay. Anyways, Infinite Dragon Ball History on the 21st. So we should get, I don't think that was that in the data download? Is this the Infinite Dragon Ball History? No. So we should get another data download. Probably by the 19th. We do know that there's a world tournament this upcoming weekend. I'll probably talk about it later. But the Caulifla and Kale World Tournament characters will be getting EZAs. So that's good. Baton Battle probably will be in this next data download, and that's it. So again, this is its own like little celebration, nothing crazy. I assume this next week could be when the next Dokkan Fest comes out. We'll see. There very well could be a dry period from here until like the end of the month. Hopefully not. They've been pretty good, but you know, it is gonna be a normal celebration now, quote unquote, so don't expect too much. But either way, everything does come out later tonight. I will be live for it. I'm gonna use my tickets here. We'll do the EZA. But yeah, appreciate y'all for watching, and I'll catch you guys next time.